Hey everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, and we are at the final witch trial here. We started it last time, and Bazella, it seems like she's being puppeted by someone. We're not sure exactly who just yet, but it seems like it's most likely the prosecutor. She keeps waving her hands and her eyes change, so let's do this little recap here. This is it, the trial of the great witch Bazella, and the last of these witch trials. After this, it's all over. Meanwhile, my client has checked out completely. It's like she's hypnotized. Spella, what the heck's going on? They even put a special courtroom outside of the town square to house the massive audience. This is the big one. The Super Bowl of trials. Looks like we've got no choice but to hang in there until the professor gets here with the final clue. Alright, let's do this, Maya. A brief summary of the accused current situation. Spella Cantabella became extremely agitated during the interrogation and proceeded to lose consciousness. She remains unconscious, although her life is not in danger, until the verdict at least. Well, that's a relief. She had me pretty worried there. Nick, I don't mean to sound insensitive or anything, but this is just what we needed. I'm not sure I follow. The professor's out looking for clues to help us out, right? That means all we gotta do is buy some more time until he returns with his findings. Maya's right, and that's just what we're gonna do. Your Honor, it's time to do what a lawyer does best. Stall for time. It's impossible to continue the trial while the defendant isn't present. And also, it's possible that someone at the crime scene was manipulating the defendant. The defense proposes an intermission in order to carry out further investigation. What is your opinion on this, High Inquisitor Darklaw? My opinion is that the defender is just playing for time. She saw right through my plan! However, I shall allow it. As long, of course, as the townsfolk who have gathered here have no objections. Very well, then. So be it.
Hold it! You, defender, stop messing around! What he said! What he said! You can't squirm your way out of this! What he said! What he said! 'Cause we know everything! What he said! What he said! We will reveal your wrongdoings to everyone gathered here! We shall do this!
Order, order, order! If anyone here should be silenced, it's not us, but that defender over there. Huh? And who are you? You ask who we are? We are the ones who watch over the bell tower, guard the bell tower, take cover from rain in the bell tower. We are the bell tower guards, known as the Vigilantes, and I am their captain. Oh, right, that guy showed up at the crime scene when we were trying to investigate it. You there, you, defender! Yes? What was it you said earlier, while taking advantage of all the confusion? Like the rascal you are? You said someone at the crime scene may have been manipulating the accused. We Vigilantes were at the crime scene. Are you suggesting that we were manipulating that witch? No. Don't think you can silence us like that. We shall have our say now. We sure will, no matter what anyone else has to say about it. We are the Vigilantes, dutiful and righteous, superior, happy, fulfilled on the job. Our passion is burning, and our blood is red. If you fail to let us speak out, we will have no choice but to turn to violence, because we're men. I disapprove of violence. The burning of witches being a necessary exception, naturally. Violence against witches isn't really violence, everyone knows that. In which case, it's best to just let them have their say. Huh? You may not know this, but it's not unusual for the accused to fall unconscious in this court. No kidding. Let us lend our ears to these brave knights. We shall hear what they witnessed. Very well. These knights will be accepted as witnesses. They may testify. People of Labyrinthia, do you hear the word of the judge? Today's trial is not over yet. In fact, it is just beginning. Oh! Now, Vigilante Captain Boystrom, you may testify to your heart's content. Lady Darko, thank you for this honor. I will talk to my heart's content, you can be sure of that. Oh, joy. Well, he did want to waste time. Ugh, so much for buying some time. The sexy guard. The short guard. The old
Objection!
guard. Wait a minute. What the heck is this? We vigilantes despise injustice and inequality. We shall remain united, friendly, confident, and self-reliant. We have come to do away with this fiendish defender trying to protect the witch. We shall fight. We shall protect our town from this villainous defender. Yeah, whatever. Did I just hear something crash on the floor? Honorable vigilantes, let us first hear your proud names. I am Vigilante number 1, captain of this unit. My name is Boystrom. I'm Vigilante number 2. My name is Lottalance. And I'm Vigilante number 3. My name's Balmung. They say dogs that bark don't bite, but I assure you they do. I do bite. Vigilante number 4. My name's Lywood. I'm Vigilante number 5. My name is Shishaki. And I, Vigilante number 6, am no more than a hopeless slave to love. My humble name is Servius. I'm the Steel Angel gracing the Vigilantes with my sweet presence. My name's Foxy. Don't you dare forget it. I am but a man who wants nothing more than to feel Foxy's steel heels on his back. You may call me Treadon. Vigilante number 9, I go by the name. As for me, I am the 10th Vigilante. Nothing more, nothing less. Just that. That's no use. I can't remember that many new names and faces at once. Well, anyway, honorable witnesses, you may testify about this evening's incident. Tell us about everything you saw on this dreadful night. We have been guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared. No one's ever said a bad word about us. The defender tried to hide decisive proof that the girl was the Great Witch, but he couldn't fool us. Before the rain, after the rain, at no point did a single suspicious person approach the bell tower. But then suddenly footprints appeared on the bell tower stairs. When I saw them, I thought, it's a witch! My eyes went hazy, it made me shake, and I got dizzy. The rain stopped, and a beautiful butterfly appeared at our side. Rain's so loathsome, my steel stilettos get dirty from the mud, and my lovely hair loses its texture. You have no idea how delightful it is when Swoxy steps on us in her dirty stilettos, imprinting the mud on our backs. I didn't really know. I did my duty when I was go to intruder, I tell ye. I've been mulling over this incident, and just now, a realization dawned on me. I remember nothing. Well, I suppose that can be summed up by saying, you all did the best you could. The Vigilantes must have been taking turns guarding the bell tower since its appearance. Only a witch could have gone past them unnoticed. Yes, that would seem to be true. These guys look like they're the best at their jobs. However, I must say that something caught my attention in that testimony. Defender. Yes, Your Honor? Have you been concealing important evidence? Huh? Why would I do that? Don't think you'll get off the hook by claiming you forgot about it, right, Captain Bolstrom? Of course he won't, Defender. You and your companion tampered with the crime scene. And tried to sneak away with a very important piece of evidence. We did? Wait, is he talking about the pendant? But in the end, we gave it to you guys. We weren't trying to steal it or anything. That's absurd. We saw you putting it in your pocket. Oh, right. That. The evidence we reviewed upon from you has been passed on to the Inquisition. We have done our citizenly duty. Isn't that so, Lady High Inquisitor Darklaw? This thing, was it? Oh, that's the pendant that Isabella Cantabella is always wearing, is it not? Have you seen that thing? That's Isabella's pendant. She never goes out without it. Wait, didn't she have it on earlier? That's weird. It has to be her after all. She went to the bell tower and used witchcraft. Very well. The pendant will be accepted as evidence. Well, the accused was caught in the act, so this pendant doesn't change the situation much. Although it should at least clear any doubts as to whether or not she was at the crime scene. Aw, man, if they disappeared just 5 seconds later, if they'd appeared just 5 seconds later, they wouldn't see us sniping that thing. Right, Nick? Are you okay? You're spacing out. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Was it just me? Darklaw looked mighty uncomfortable just now. What's more, on closer inspection, that pendant seems to have some brackish stains on the strap. Defender, you may begin your interrogation. We've been guarding... Oh yeah, we already went through this. Okay. Time to press some statements.
Hold it!
There's so many people. Hold on a minute. You saw the footprints on the steps too? Yes, the muddy footprints left by one person, from the entrance all the way up. The footprints you saw, are they the ones shown in the sketch? If these are the footprints from the bell tower, yeah. And when did you notice these footprints? After the rain, but still quite some time before the incident. Wait a second, Lywood. I don't remember you reporting this to me. Yeah, that's right, I didn't report it. Lywood, why not? I thought you were serious about your duty, at least compared to the others. Why did you neglect to report that? You're right, Captain. It was out of character. I'm sure it was a good reason why I didn't report it to you. Yeah, it's no use. I've forgotten. I think I'd remember if someone could give me a clue. Oh, that guy. It's like he's teasing us. I can only hope he remembers what it was. His testimony did give us some new info to go on. The culprit entered the bell tower soon after the rain stopped.
Hold it!
You discovered the intruder. Can you tell me more about that? It's... Excuse me? If you want to ask me something, address me by my name. Big finna because I'm ready to get it. Okay. Dizzlebill Chun Chuck Mill? Can I get it right, can you? I'm not talking to anyone, Mar. Oh, come on. Dizzlebill Chingun Chuck Mill. Can you tell us more about what you know? This evening, during the incident, what did you see? Sure, I saw the witch's footprints. That's what I saw. Good job, Maya, but how? Dibbit-Chulchen sounds kind of Mayan. Ugh. Do you mean these footprints drawn in the sketch? Aye, those are the ones! And then, what did you do after discovering the intruder? The chief told me to report on the one intruder I saw, right?
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Boystrom? Oh. What is this, out of the blue? Have some respect for the Vigilantes. Is there anything you'd like to comment on from number 9's testimony? Comment? Well, certainly. I remembered about his report. Strange footprints appeared on the bell tower staircase. Why didn't you investigate this as soon as it was reported to you? We are the fast-footed Vigilantes, the most dutiful of knights, giving our all for the utmost sense of accomplishment. It is unthinkable we would not launch an investigation after a report like that. And yet, I don't recall any such report being passed on to the Inquisition. That's right, I had my hands full with assigning tasks to each of the Vigilantes myself. So I got hold of a reliable Vigilante and gave him the following order. Investigate the suspicious footprints that appeared on the staircase immediately. That's what I said to him. Who was that reliable Vigilante? Huh? It was... I'm having a bit of trouble remembering who it was, but I'm sure it was a young and high-spirited Vigilante. No, not him. That... Come on. What the hell's going on? There we go.
Hang on!
Can I ask you something, Mr. Shaky? Nick, don't! You can't expose that poor guy to your ruthless questioning. Just look at him. He may not be able to take it. How am I supposed to talk to him, then? Let's try this again. Please excuse me, Mr. Shaky. The person the captain asked you to investigate, the suspicious footprints. Was that you, by any chance? Yes. What? It was him? I feel compelled to say this, but... although Mr. Shaky may be young, very few will describe him as high-spirited. Huh? What? That may be so, but, well, whatever. Mr. Shaky, did you not follow your orders? Didn't you investigate those footprints? I investigated them, of course. Orders are orders. Everyone looked to be very, very busy, so no one would listen to me. Now someone finally asked me about it. The Vigilante Shaky, ready to report. That was a very convoluted testimony. But at least now we know that this young man's report didn't reach anyone, because his seniors were too busy to listen. Yeah, people treat me like a bane. Did my report go to waste? What's that? The Force Vigilante Lywood seems kind of lost in thought. Nick, let's find out more about the footprints. I can only hope this is all leading somewhere. Let's go back to the interrogation. Witnesses, continue testifying.
Hold it!
So, you have steel high heels? Yes, boy. See, Foxy's heels are always polished to sparkle. Wow, I can see myself in the reflection. They're like mirrors. Did you notice anything suspicious during the incident? Not really. I was busy having some tea at the time. You were having tea. I made it for her. Tea with milk is just the thing for rainy afternoons. But weren't you supposed to be guarding the bell tower? I couldn't possibly walk around in the rain. My stilettos would get dirty. Oh, these lovely stilettos. Their tips as sharp as Imperial's Inquisitor Bottom's sword. And when they grind against my armor with such force and passion, I'm the happiest man on earth. Would you like me to squish you under my stilettos? Just say the word. No, I'm fine, thanks. It's not every day someone offers to tread on you. Maybe it's labyrinthian custom. I get walked all over in court often enough as it is. Oh, now I remember. Huh? What are you talking about? Yes, I saw them. I saw the muddy footprints in the bell tower. But I didn't report it to the chief, and now I remember why I didn't report it. In that case, you will add it to your testimony. Yes, my lord.
Objection!
You seem pretty sure that the footprints in the bell tower were Miss Foxy's. In other words, the footprints you saw were stiletto footprints with pointy tips. Yeah, pointy. They were hers for sure. And yet, we have a sketch of the footprints as they were found after the incident. Oh, these footprints, they have rounded tips. So, you see, Mr. Lywood, testimony contradicts the evidence. No way! That sketch was drawn by the court illustrator based on how we found the crime scene immediately after the incident. I can guarantee that the sketch is accurate. Well, I saw what I saw. There's no way I was wrong. How can you say that? The reason's pretty simple. If I'd seen footprints like those in the sketch, I wouldn't have occurred to me to think that they might be Foxy's. Exactly, those are nothing like Foxy's. Sweet Foxy's footprints look like this. This is quite puzzling. Perhaps the defense can explain this contradiction. Only one trail of footprints was found in the bell tower. One of these witnesses claims the footprints had pointy tips, but the court illustrator's sketch of the crime scene shows they were rounded. Is the witness's account correct, or is it the sketch that shows the truth? They're both correct. Both the witness and the sketch are correct, Your Honor. What? Two different types of footprint were observed in the bell tower. Now, if neither party is mistaken, it means that the two trails of footprints were left on the stairs.
Objection!
It is so obvious you shouldn't have to mention it, but if you trust that the sketch presents the facts accurately, there's only one trail left on those steps. We can see it quite clearly.
Objection!
Actually, it's possible the sketch is showing two trails. And how would that be? Let's organize this evening's events on a timeline. Mr. Lywood discovered the footprints as soon as the rain stopped. Soon after the rain stopped. Which means that at that point, someone had already entered the bell tower. Yes, that would be the case. The footprints that were observed then had pointy tips. And then, sometime later, another person went up those stairs. But that person left different footprints. Footprints that had rounded tips. Oh, I think I can see where this is going. I'm glad you follow, Your Honor. You see, the second person walked on the footprints that had already been left, perfectly covering them up as they went. What? This explains why there was only one trail of footprints was left.
Objection!
Preposterous. That's just too far-fetched. What makes you say that? Even we can tell you that much. There's no way there were two intruders. That's a big stretch, honey. Even if a body in which was invisible, you would have seen the other one. What you're saying makes sense, but it's a fact that none of you noticed the second intruder. And the only explanation for that is that the second intruder was also a witch who had also made herself invisible when she entered the bell tower. Whoa. What the heck? Order, order. Well, there were two witches?
Objection!
Ludicrous. Are you honestly suggesting that two witches managed to sneak into the bell tower? It may seem ludicrous to you, but you can't say it's not a possibility. It's easy to bat around possibilities, but your theory alone doesn't change anything. Or perhaps you have some proof to support your little story. Because we do have proof that Espella Cantabella was, in fact, in the bell tower at the time of the crime. Not only was she seen by many people, but this was found in the crime scene afterwards, too. Espella's pendant. If you think there was one more person in the bell tower, then prove it, defender. Very well, then. The defense shall present evidence. Do you have proof that someone other than the accused was in the bell tower?
Take that!
Oh, that's what is that? This robe was found on the top floor of the bell tower. As you can see, it's way too big for a speller. Yes indeed. It seemed to belong to a much taller person. Vigilantes, I'd like you all to confirm something for me. You've been guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared, correct? Indeed we have, sir. Had anyone ever gone up the bell tower before the incident this evening? Of course not. What would be our purpose if we freely allowed people inside? Suspicious or not, sadly no one approaches the bell tower. I see, but then... how did this robe get up there? Do you get it now? There must have been a second witch in the bell tower. Order, order! So there were two witches inside that tower? Exactly, Your Honor. It's true that the defendant was seen in the bell tower at the time of the crime. But if another witch was present too, it's impossible to say for sure that it was Miss Cantabella who summoned the fire dragon.
Objection!
Calm down, everyone. We must not let this defender confuddle our understanding of the situation. It was the great witch Bazella that summoned the fire dragon. I am going to expose her for what she is! We've braved fierce rapids, scaled high mountains, and crossed vast plains to testify to this court and expose the great witch. What are they talking about? You'll know soon. High Inquisitor Darklaw, permit us to testify again. You believe you can reveal the truth about the accused? Yes, Lady Darklaw. We may be just a bunch of commoners, but we shall offer you our testimony with passion, purpose, and plausibility. Now speak now, for the sake of Labyrinthia. Oh man, for the sake of my sanity, please don't speak. Permission granted. May your words be as sharp as your swords. And cut through all the lies and fallacies, straight to the truth. The storyteller finished speaking to the crowds at the town square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared. I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice. We ran toward the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't escape. We split into two groups at the entrance, one group to guard it and the other one to chase down the witch. I was in the first group. I was one of the pursuers. I ran into the tower and caught the witch. There was no one but us at the crime scene. We captured the girl. There was nowhere else for anyone to hide there. There was no other witch, I'm sure of it.
I was caught in the entrance and heard the door locked.
That's right, young one. The fateful bell tower. The fateful incident. We saw them with our own fateful eyes. Well, I suppose, again, that can be summed up by saying, you all did the best you could. The Vigilantes were the first to arrive at the crime scene. Their testimony is credible. It does seem so, and if what they say is indeed true, it would be decisive proof of the accused's guilt. Our opponent is a witch, the Great Witch, to be exact. Things probably aren't as simple as they seem. Heh, if you think so, feel free to look for any cracks in their testimony. If there are any, and you're up for it. Defender, you may begin the interrogation. Was there nowhere to hide?
Objection!
The eyes of the whole town were on the bell tower, and the entrance was locked. Witches may be able to make themselves invisible, but they can't physically disappear. Which means it's not unreasonable to suggest that escaping from the bell tower was nearly impossible. However, hiding themselves after the incident is a different story. That's the sketch of the bell tower, isn't it? Most fascinating. Well, Defender, how about you show us? Enlighten us as to where exactly the witch could have hidden. Ding, ding, ding.
Got it!
She hid here, of course, at the very top of the bell tower.
Objection!
It may seem like a plausible place to hide. However, that part of the bell tower is inaccessible to anyone. The stairs don't go up as far as the belfry.
Objection!
High Inquisitor Darklaw, we're talking about a witch here. A witch can do lots of things that are impossible to us, with the use of magic. If you were the true knight of the court, you'd show us evidence rather than just trying to justify your vague theories with the use of magic. Yeah, she kind of has a point, Nick. How else could someone get to the top of the bell tower? There has to be a way. Was it magic, or something a little more plausible? Whatever it was, I need proof. It's getting late. I can see no point in dwelling on this. Defender, you may continue the interrogation.
Hold it!
A witch could have used magic to remain unseen. Sorry to disappoint you, but no one used any magic at that time. What makes you so sure? To cast a spell, a witch needs to say that spell's incantation. And we heard no incantations, nor any other suspicious noises.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith. I do not know anyone by that name. Yeah. Anyway, would you like to comment on Mr. Treddon's testimony? I see you have nothing to say. He's in Greenfield mode again. Do not rush to conclusions, young one. I am on a green field, sky-clad, watching petals dance in the wind. Yeah, I knew you'd say that. And yet, a single shaft of light has shone through the dark abyss of my memory. I heard something in the bell tower, when we went to apprehend the witch. What did you hear? Was it an incantation? No, it wasn't an incantation. Nevertheless, it sounded like a woman's voice. Mrs. Wordsmith, this is extremely important information. Please add this to your testimony. Yes, I shall do that. It's best if I tell you about it now before I forget again. As the defender requested, you will now testify about the sound you heard.
Objection!
The defense has a theory regarding the source of these strange sounds. It was most likely this. This mechanism is on the middle floor of the bell tower. That reminds me. There was some contraption up there, unlike anything I'd seen before. That's right, Chief. We never touched it, though. How about we try operating that contraption to see what it does? We might just be able to reproduce the sound Mr. Laudelance heard during the crime scene. Right, you may be onto something. But it was I who testified about it before that, young man. I talked about it too. Well, you've got my curiosity. Let's see you set that contraption in motion. Milord, just leave it to me. He's not going to be able to do it. Get ready, everyone. Prick up your ears. That's it. That's the very same sound I heard. Oh, it is. That's what I heard as well. Yes, that's it. As you've all seen, or rather, heard, it's clear that the device was operating shortly after the incident.
Objection!
This doesn't change the fact that we know nothing about what that contraption does. The demonstration hasn't led us to any viable conclusions.
Objection!
Remember our demonstration a little while ago? Demonstration. Are you referring to that silly contraption?
Objection!
That contraption serves a very specific function. The plan of the bell tower shows no stairs leading up to the belfry. Now, if you think about it in relation to the plan, it's obvious what this contraption is for. It's a mechanism enabling access up to the belfry. What? Is that what it is? Order! Another witch in the bell tower was when another witch was in the bell tower when the incident happened. And the reason she wasn't discovered is because she used that contraption to reach the belfry and hide up there.
Objection!
Hold your horses, Defender. You seem oblivious to the contradiction in your reasoning. What do you mean? I'm talking about your little demonstration earlier. Yes, the device was set in motion and made some strange noises. And yet, that's all it did. That's right, nothing else happened. If it was a device for accessing the top of the tower, then why didn't it take us there? There we go, that contraption is of no relevance to this case. Which brings us back to my erstwhile conclusion that there was no other witch.
Objection!
Too early to say that, High Inquisitor. And why is that? Sure, our demonstration didn't show it, but maybe the device didn't work because it wasn't used correctly. What? Why do you think so? My reasoning is simple. Let's just say it would be troublesome if anyone could just go up there and sound that bell. So it's reasonable to assume that access to the belfry would be restricted. In other words, that a special key would be needed. A key. And I think I know just what that key is. Before I ask you to present evidence, I'd like to summarize your theory. You believe that there was another witch in the bell tower at the time of the incident, and that this witch used a contraption within the tower to make her way up to the belfry and hide there. Your whole theory... That's her. Your whole theory rests solely upon that contraption. If it doesn't allow access to the belfry, then your reasoning is completely wrong. I'm sure you know what that would mean for Espella. Your mistake would seal her fate. Yes, I'm aware of that. Alright then, the defense shall prove its theory. Show us this key needed to operate the contraption in the bell tower.
Take that!
The key to the contraption is this pendant. That belongs to the accused, doesn't it? That's right, we found it at the crime scene. Now, if we take a look at the bottom part of the contraption, there's a depression here about the exact same size as the pendant. Oh yes, I remember it. A hole in the shape of that pendant. But I don't get it. Why would that pendant be the key to the bell tower? I don't know either. At least, not for now. But the point is, it definitely is. With this pendant, we should be able to operate the contraption and access the belfry. Well then, court will grant the defense a chance to prove its assertion. However, you shall be given one chance only. Are you ready, defender? Sorry, my voice is getting a little whew, but I want to get through this. We're almost done. Are you ready, defender? Make sure you're prepared for the consequences of a mistake. This will be your only chance. If it doesn't work, that will be the end of it. Yes, I'm ready. I've got to be right about this. Good. To be honest, this looks like a puzzle. Wish the professor was here. This is totally his field of expertise. Are you ready, Nick? Should we give it a try? Yeah, it's gotta work. Ispella's fate depends on this. Talk about pressure. Whew, gotta stay calm. The pendant light is reflected by the blue gems on the circumference of the gears of the machine. Each gear will rotate 90 degrees when turned. Rotate the gears to align the blue gems and redirect the light. The large central gem will only refract light when in a vertical position, and when rotated, light must hit the red gems at either side at the same time. Yeah, that's not complicated at all. The light has to hit the gem on both sides simultaneously. Okay, Nick, let's give this thing a shot. Whoa, a beam of light. Of course, this must be the key. That light's just begging to be pointed at one of those red gems. You're right. Still, it looks like there's some kind of trick to this whole thing. A trick? Yeah, think about it. There are two gems. I bet we have to light them both simultaneously. Looks like we're gonna have to do it with only a single beam of light, too. What? Are you sure we can pull that off? I have no clue, but we have no choice but to try. All we have to do is move the gears and bounce the light off those blue gems. Alright, no time for the jitters, Nick. We gotta make this work. For Espella. Okay. That moves down to here. Got that. Did you see that? It lit up for like a second. Yeah, it did, but it was only one gem. What gives? Nothing's happening. What exactly did you expect? The gems must be lit simultaneously. But there's only one light. It's impossible. Indeed. Now then, I believe we have our answer. It is, as you just said, impossible. Oh. Well, wait a second. Let me just try it one more time. That will not be necessary. Your time is up. Or have you already forgotten? You are given only one chance to back up your claim. No way. Uh-oh. In the end, the defense has failed to prove its theory. The contraption cannot be operated with the pendant. But the pendant fit right into the mechanism. There's no way that's a coincidence. But still, no matter how much I try, it seems impossible to direct the light at both gems simultaneously. Seems your foolish experiment wasn't too much of a waste of time. Huh? While you were tinkering with that contraption, the accused regained consciousness. Oh, Espella. Is she okay? Well, despite seeming a bit confused, she's in better shape now. Although, I wouldn't describe her situation as okay. Quite the opposite, in fact. Don't tell me you've forgotten your agreement with the judge. You failed to prove your theory, and so the accused fate has been decided. Oh, there's nothing I can say to that. Attendants, bring in the accused.
Accused, the trial has reached its conclusion in your absence. The court shall now announce its verdict.
The verdict.
You are the Great Witch, and your true name is Bezella. This evening, a terrible crime took place. You killed your father, the storyteller, using the spell Grandworm. Does the accused have anything to say?
Yes, I am Bezella, the one that brought calamity upon this town. And my memories are proof of this. I remember the legendary fire in which this town was burned to the ground. And this day, several hours ago, I summoned a fire dragon and took my own father's life. There is no doubt that the Great Witch is a part of me.
I understand.
Hold it!
No, Espella, you can't. Don't say that. You're under a spell. Don't give up just yet. Fool. What? You've been fighting a battle in this court. You have come here with your logic, finding contradictions to astound everyone. It's your battle, not hers. So how can you be telling her not to give up when you have already dropped your sword? If you are a true knight of the court, you will fight your battle to the end. Why is she telling me this? Almost sounds like she's encouraging me. Is she waiting for something?
No, it's okay, Mr. Wright. Ever since I was little, I can only remember being all alone. But that's not really true. There were people who were dear to me and memories that I cherished. At least, I think there were. But they were taken from me the moment I became Bezella.
Poor Espella.
Since then, I started working at Aunt Patty's bakery. I met Mr. Wright, Maya, Mr. Layton, and Luke. The four of you did all you could to help me. I am truly happy to have met you. But blame for the Great Witch's crimes rests solely on my shoulders. So let's put an end to this now. Bezella must not remain in this town. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Spell. Well then, it's time for the final verdict. Think, Phoenix, think. Isn't there anything I can do? I just need something. Anything that could offer even a single glimmer of hope in this darkness of despair. There's gotta be something, right?
Objection!
Do you see it? Your Honor, please hold off with the verdict. What's that, defender? It's too early to pass the final judgment on Spella. What? Explain yourself. You said earlier that the trial has reached its conclusion. But there's something we have yet to examine. What are you suggesting? Do you mean to say you have some new evidence? But surely there can't possibly be any new evidence at this late stage. Very well, defender. We shall play along with you just one more time. Now, show us this evidence that we haven't yet seen. The new crucial piece of evidence is... There's only one place where it can be. It's in Spella's possession. I have it? I saw it for a second. Something there that she shouldn't have. An item that contradicts what we've heard. My gut feeling tells me that this item is a key to the whole case. Most interesting. I shall enjoy watching you hopelessly struggle through this like a fish caught in a net. Now, defender, show us this new evidence that the accused supposedly has in her possession. Bing, bing, bing.
Got it!
Spella, can I see that bracelet on your left hand? Yes, certainly, if you'd like. It's actually a pendant, you know. But the strap got torn somehow when I was up in the bell tower. That's why I've had it around my wrist since, well, just before the trial started. That's a good time to slow down. This pendant looks exactly the same as the one we already have here. Wait a minute, what is all this? We confiscated her pendant at the crime scene. Why? Why is she wearing it now? I don't get it. It's giving me a headache. So I was right. I have another question about this pendant. Spella, do you remember when exactly the strap broke? I'm trying to remember, but no, I can't. I know it was still fine when we parted ways, but... In other words, she has no memory of it. She doesn't remember when it broke or when she tied it to her wrist. That's certainly bizarre, I must say. Your pendant has already been submitted as evidence.
Objection!
And yet Spella still has her pendant. That's a fact which we can all attest to, which means there must have been two pendants to begin with. Really?
Objection!
And there are two. The accused was caught red-handed at the crime scene. Whether this pendant is hers or not, it doesn't change anything. Yeah. She was caught red-handed by us, the Vigilantes. This pendant proves something crucial to this case. It can't be more crucial than us catching her at the crime scene. The second pendant wasn't dropped by Spella. So, as the defense already suggested, more than one person was at the crime scene. What? It's like a shooting gallery. Order, order! Accused, submit your pendant as evidence this instant. Yes, my lord. Nick? If we have two pendants to work with, maybe we can see if that strange contraption will work this time. Now it makes sense. That must be why it didn't work before. Your Honor, the defense would like to try operating the mechanism in the bell tower one more time. What? Why now? The contraption didn't work before because we only had one pendant. But both pendants are needed to operate them properly. Foolishness. Try as many times as you like, it's no use. High Inquisitor Darklaw, you know this is a waste of time. If it's not going to work anyway, why not let the defender see for himself? What? if you think you can operate the contraption with 2 pendants, then I suggest you go ahead and try it, unless it has already dawned upon you that such a plan is futile. The defense shall be given one more chance to verify its theory about the aforementioned contraption. Let's now make our way to the bell tower. Cat purring. This is going to be your last try. I know. Are you not terrified? The life of the accused rests in your shaky hands. We won't be having any more let me try again, please, your honors. Besides, you must be aware that this puzzle is maybe well unsolvable. I wouldn't have been able to solve the puzzle like this before arriving here in Labyrinthia. But now, I'm sure I can take on any puzzle. It's all thanks to you, Professor. You taught me that every puzzle has a solution. I have everything I need now. What do you say, Maya? Should we hurry up and get this started? Sure thing. It's puzzle busting time. Yeah. We get what's going on. Okay. Bam. Okay. Let me try to restart this. I'm forgetting my directions here. Shouldn't that be it?
I await your verdict. No further objections.
That's kind of strange. As the red gems shine in intense light, the larger gem on the pillar begins to emit a glaring light. I'm sure I did it right. Nothing's happening. That sound! This is an astounding contraption. What do we have here? And it's no comparison to the incomparable astoundingness of Mother Nature. Oh, I'd like to climb up those stairs. I'd like being on the top. You shall escort you. I'm gonna die. Okay, Nick. Let's go see what's upstairs.
Nick, isn't this bell?
Yeah, I think you're right. That's the bell that was taken from underground. The bell of ruin. The bell that must not be sounded.
Nick, there's someone hiding behind the bell.
Ah. It's you. Now that's the last person I expected to find here. Miss Kira.
Mysterious. Well, we're through this phase of the trial. Guess we'll see what happens next time. I know this one was a little long, but I kind of wanted to speed things up a bit. So, yeah. Tune in next time for more Professor Layton. Maybe we'll see what he's up to. And he's going to explore for clues. I'll see maybe what he found, and then go back to the trial eventually. So, yeah, hope you all had a great weekend, and have a good week coming up. We have more Thimbleweed Tower, or Thimbleweed Park. I always keep saying Thimbleweed Tower. Thimbleweed Park tomorrow, and then Pizza Tower on Tuesday. And, yeah, I think we're getting close to the end of Pizza Tower, so having a lot of fun with that. And if you like the murder mystery stuff, Thimbleweed Park is a good one. We did solve the murder mystery, but there's still more mystery. So, want to know what I'm talking about? Guess you gotta stay tuned. So, check that out. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Later.